playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Rondale Moore. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Arizona. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Packers 7.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Over here. Run right.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a play fake. Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On play action, it's Murray. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. To throw, it's Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
From the 30 on second down, Rodgers out route. He finds his man. It's Jones. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, 88.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Second and 7 at the 50-yard line.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Murray from midfield. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send him back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the reception made by Green. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 26 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half, they've got to turn things around quickly.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Over here.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. They find some open field here. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Extra point good by Prater. And the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the right side with Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to have it here just past the 25.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Caught by Green on the out route. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Rodgers going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Go to 50. Inside.
To throw is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Hey, take 26. Take 30.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
26.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked by Deontay Thompson. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Cardinals first down.
Murray now on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
Right now, they're just trying to get to halftime because they need a break. This game, it's been a shellacking in every way, and they just got driven backwards for a safety.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wild card matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because,
oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Down the right sideline. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But
I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. Rodgers again now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, take 26.
Now it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Right now, you got 58. Back north.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. They start with a give to Connor. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Cardinals continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On play action, Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Over here.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. 98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones.
And able to get this to the 31.
2nd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Green. And some room to maneuver. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Prater to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Hey, take 26.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes.
And my goodness, another interception. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.